The new Hearthstone expansion Cataclysm just got announced and it's looking like it's gonna be a huge one. It has 2 keywords, tons of extra cool new stuff, and you guys really need to be excited about this one. God knows I am. Colossals are returning to the game, a lot of cool dragons and everything in between, so stick around to the end, and I hope you enjoy the video, and if you do, a like and subscribe would be great, but now let's get into it.
You are not prepared!
Alrighty, Deathwing strikes back in Cataclysm, Hearthstone's next expansion. On March 17th, Cataclysm descends on Hearthstone, bringing back the legendary destroyer Deathwing. Only this time he's not the world breaker, you remember. In the final moments of Across the Timeways, Murozond refused to accept defeat from Chromie and the Heroes of Time, so he smashed the Hourglass of Time and opened the portal to a nightmare timeline where Deathwing never fell. Now this undefeated Deathwing is invading Azeroth with 6 terrifying lieutenants, and they're ready to break the world all over again. Last time Azeroth came with a hair's breadth, what the hell is that even, of total annihilation. This time it's even worse. The skies of Azeroth fill with embers and ash as the first ever Deathwing hero card rises. Massive colossal minions lay siege, and the Herald keyword signals the beginning of Azeroth's end. To stand a chance, the heroes must rally the 5 Dragonflights, unleash their new cards, and harness the power of the Shatter keyword, guys. This is not a drill. Shatter really is a keyword, and finally that card from last expansion makes a lot more sense. An unprecedented threat demands an equally unprecedented response. Chromie is calling on the full power of her time magic to arm you for the battle ahead. She's pulling reinforcements from the past and sending 2 full sets of cards straight into your collection. What? Here's everything you need to know about Cataclysm. Shuffle up your deck and get ready to play with fire. I guess here's gonna be the reveal video, which we are yet to see ourselves. And here's the Deathwing hero card, guys. Neutral, 10 mana, 12 armor, Deathwing Worldbreaker. Battlecry, choose 1 Cataclysm to unleash, Herald twice to upgrade. +5 attack this turn. Let's see what this thing looks in action. Here we go. Here's the Cataclysms, 12/12 on the boards. Destroy the highest health enemy, deal 4 damage to all enemies, and shuffle 5 random legendaries. Let's see it again, because that was a little bit too quick, not gonna lie. Yeah, 12/12, highest health enemy indeed. The random legendaries you shuffle costs 1. Well, that's kind of busted. So, yeah, this is gonna be a new neutral hero card, guys. Kinda insane, not gonna lie. Play Deathwing Worldbreaker to become Deathwing himself. Your destructive battlecry lets you pick the Cataclysm you want to unleash. Topple the biggest enemy minion, raise the board with a wave of flame, and thrall minions to join your army, or summon your fearsome dragon, Progeny, to the battlefield. Well, I guess I didn't need to bother trying to read from that gif. There they are. Topple, raise, and trail, and Dragon's Reign. But why settle just for 1? The more you use the new hero keyword, the more Cataclysms you can fire off when you transform into Deathwing. We'll explain how Herald works below. Alrighty then. In the upcoming Cataclysm pre-release Tavern Brawl, you'll be able to try out the Deathwing Worldbreaker hero card. The pre-release Tavern Brawl runs from March 10th at 10 AM PDT to March 17th at 9 AM PDT. Keep an eye out for more details, and March 17th is the launch date. Colossals are back and stronger than ever with Herald. Colossals are big. First introduced to Hearthstone in Voyage to the Sunken City, they represent creatures of massive scale, making them perfect for Deathwing's lieutenants, like Ragnaros and Ashara. Pretty exciting. I guess that's why Ragnaros got rotated, so we can get bigger, better Ragnaros with blackjack and hookers. When you play a Colossal minions, they expand and take up multiple spaces on the board with appendage cards that act as their huge arms. Extra heads, gross tentacles, etc. These appendages have abilities that complement the main colossal minion, creating a unified display of their enormous power. And here we have Ragnaros with a couple of somethings. Here's what it looks like when it gets played. Be a lot cooler if we had sound on these right now. You probably do on the live thing, but here we have them appendages. Looks pretty awesome, not gonna lie. All classes are getting a brand new legendary colossal card in Cataclysm. The new Herald keyword is tied to Deathwing's arrival, so only the 6 classes aligned with him reap its benefits. Death Knight, Demon Hunter, Rogue, Shaman, Warlock, and Warrior. Take a closer look at the Warrior Colossal Ragnaros, the Great Fire. Okay, so Ragnaros the Great Fire. At the end of your turn, trigger your minions' death rattles. Not only the appendages, but all of your minions, apparently. And what are these death rattles? Deal 2 damage to a random enemy. And once this thing gets heralded, it becomes not a 2-1, but a 4-2. And at the end, it becomes an 8-4. So they basically double up once you do the Herald thing. Not only that, everything doubles up about them. The deal 2 damage also becomes 4 and then 8, so kinda insane like that. But these aren't the same Colossals as before. To turn the heat up for Cataclysm, cards like Envoy of the End use Herald to make them even more effective. Here's the Envoy of the End. Battlecry, Herald your Colossal. 5 mana, 5/4 taunt, kinda cool. Deathwing Servants, Herald, the coming of the Worldbreaker and his Colossal cronies, and the Herald keyword showcases that in 2 key ways. First, when you play a minion with Herald, a soldier of your class Colossal is summoned to the battlefield. These soldiers share the same effect as that Colossal's appendages. Since Colossal minions typically arrive later in the game due to their high mana cost, soldiers let you tap into those abilities earlier. A preview of the destruction your Colossal will unleash. And here's the Soldier of Ragnaros. A 2-1 elemental, death rattle, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. Herald twice the upgrade, so once you do that, it becomes a 4-2. Once you do that 2 more times, it becomes an 8-4. So as soon as you play this Envoy of the End, you are gonna get yourself a 2-1 next to it if you're playing Warrior. And once you play a second Envoy, the second one will be a 4-2 question mark, or it's still a 2-1. I'm not sure about that, but I guess a little bit of gameplay will clear that up right away. But that's not all. The more you use Herald, the mightier Deathwing and your Colossal soldiers and appendages become. Herald twice to double their power, Herald 2 more times to double it again. But from what I understand, this is not also gonna be summoning you soldiers for the Deathwing hero card. It's only gonna activate the other extra options you could be picking, so you're not gonna be getting insane amounts of value this way. It still looks pretty broken though, not gonna lie. Like a 5-4 taunt with heralding your Colossals, both this and the hero card sounds strong enough even without an extra minion next to it, but with an extra minion next to it, it feels kinda broken, not gonna lie. Here's a picture of the Herald in here. Let's keep on reading. The undefeated version of Deathwing now wields the Dragon Soul, a source of power that once destroyed him but now answers to his command. His Colossal allies have also been strengthened, making them more dangerous than ever. In their alternate timeline, Ragnaros burned down the World Tree and fused with its charred branches to reach an entirely new level of power. The Herald keyword reflects the rising strength and the escalating danger that builds over the course of a game. To summarize, Herald delivers instant value by summoning a Colossal soldier and keeps scaling its strength through the game. Playing a Herald minion summons a soldier that has the same ability as your class Colossal appendages. Each Herald use upgrades both the soldier and your Colossal appendages. Herald twice to double their power, 4 times to double it a final time. Herald also empowers Deathwing Worldbreaker, increasing the number of Cataclysms he unleashes when played. Herald twice to play 2 Cataclysms, 4 times to use all 4. So yeah, with the hero card, you either get 1, 2, or 4 options, never 3, and it does take 2 heralds to actually get the second option, 2 more to get the 4. Sounds alright, sounds alright. Defend with the Dragonflights. The Dragonflights were vital in taking down the original Deathwing, and we're calling on them once again. Mage, Priest, Druid, Hunter, and Paladin are aligned with the Dragonflights, and each class receives a legendary Dragon aspect card. Also, one thing to note, this thing looks like a neutral card, but since it has this thingy right here, this means it's only a neutral card for the 6 Deathwing classes. The 5 classes we're gonna talk about right now, which are basically opposing Deathwing, they will not have access to this card, so they won't be able to herald their Colossus with this. Starting off with the 7 mana 6/6 Hunter legendary, Abyssian. Battlecry, your dragons have rushed this game. While in hand, play a dragon to become a 12/12 dragon. Damn son. Kinda insane. Here he is in his dragon form, looks insane. The Hunter class features the Black Dragon aspect. Abyssian, he can change from his humanoid visage, form into a powerful dragon, gain improved stats, and benefit from his own ability that lets dragons rush into battle. So he basically becomes a 7 mana 12/12 rush dragon instantly as soon as you play him, as long as you've played a dragon beforehand. So I guess Dragon Hunter is going to be on the menu. That's interesting. And here's an obvious super broken thing you could be doing with this guy. Instantly giving rush to your Venomous. Kind of cool. And the cool thing is this thing is also going to have rush on the reborn part, so that's kind of insane, not gonna lie. These 5 classes also receive a legendary Colossal. The Paladin Colossal is Nefarian's 5-headed monstrosity known as Chromatus. Each head brings a potent effect that makes Chromatus a real nightmare to deal with, but you probably know the drill. Start chopping heads. Also, I forgot to show a few gifts. Here's what Envoy of the What's-His-Face does. Once you play him, you summon the soldier next to yourself, and if you've done it 2 times, the next time it's gonna be a 4-2. If you've done it 2 more times, the next time it's gonna be an 8-4. Kinda busted like that. And here's what Abyssian looks like. He transforms into the dragon in your hand and instantly gives rush to all dragons forever, basically. Kinda busted. Could have zoomed in a little, but you guys get the picture. What does the Paladin Colossal do? Taunt. He's an 8-mana 8/8 dragon. Colossal +4, Taunt, Lifesteal, Elusive, Divine Shield. And the appendages have Death Rattle, remove Taunt from Chromatus, remove Divine Shield, remove Lifesteal, remove Elusive. So basically, the more heads you chop down, the easier the big guy is gonna be to handle. It's kind of an interesting little mechanic there. Not sure how interesting it's gonna be in game, but it definitely kind of looks cool. The thing about these classes is I don't think they can actually herald these things, so playing a couple of these is not gonna make this into a 4-6. Playing 2 more, it's not gonna make it into an 8-12, so there's that. But I do believe these are gonna be a little bit more powerful to begin with, so they're not really gonna need to get heralded. Obviously, they're not gonna be as powerful as 4 heralded Deathwing class, but still they look a little bit stronger than the vanilla stuff Deathwing classes have without heralding. And finally, the new Shatter keyword, guys. It is not a drill. Here we have it, new Shatter keyword. Deathwing's destruction is spreading across Azeroth, and our heroes are doing their best to pick up the pieces. Enter Shatter, a new keyword for the Dragonflight aligned classes. When you draw a card with Shatter, it breaks into 2 pieces that move to opposite ends of your hand. You can play the pieces separately, but if you manage to bring them back together by playing the cards in between, they recombine into a single card that's doubly strong. I'm gonna go with doubly. And here's a few examples. The 4-mana supply run. It's 4 mana Shattered, draw 3 minions, so basically like a dubious purchase without combo. And with the other part, give minions in your hand +2/+2. So if you manage to actually recombine this card, you are gonna draw 3 minions and give minions in your hand +2/+2 at the same time for only 4 mana. Definitely pretty busted. And we also have the 4 mana Paladin Shatter card. Summon 2 4/2 Drakes or give your minions +1/+1 and Divine Shield. So basically, if you combine this together, you're gonna summon 2 4/2 Drakes and give them +1/+1 and Divine Shield instantly on these. So it's gonna be a couple of 5/3 Divine Shield dragons. And everything else on the board is also gonna get the +1 and Divine Shield. So this would be screaming aggro Paladin galore, that's for sure. Here's what the card looks like in action. There it goes, Shattered, 1 to the left, 1 to the right. Notice how they go both on the far left and far right direction. You play the card in the middle, you get to combine them, and there you go. Full board of Divine Shield idiots with +1 on everything. Kinda insane like that. 2 great effects for the price of 1. What a deal. Here's a stationary picture of that thing, I guess, from the GIF. And what else do we have? Play with precision using new hand targeting cards. What the hell? You can now target specific cards in your hand with new cards like Battlefield, Blaster, and Chamber of Aspects. Here's the Chamber of Aspects, a druid location, 2 mana, 2 charges. Choose a minion in your hand, give it +2/+2. And a neutral card, 3 mana, 3/4, Battlefield Blaster. Battlecry, choose a spell in your hand to give spell damage +1. That's kind of cool. Maybe we're gonna get to see some cool OTK potential. Definitely one of the classes is gonna be able to abuse this thing to a good extent. Expect to see more hand targeting cards in this and future expansions. Finally, we have the technology, guys. And here's a little GIF with it. Not bad at all. 3 damage AoE like that. Kinda cool, kinda cool. Obviously, some spells are gonna benefit a lot more than others, so being able to target them with this thing could be pretty interesting indeed. Now let's see what else we have to talk about. This really is a huge expansion, like we're already 20 minutes in recording, and there's still plenty to go through, like damn. Enjoy the riches of Dragon's Horde free cards. We're commemorating the epic release of Cataclysm with what we're calling the Dragon's Horde, a truly colossal amount of freebies. I'm not sure I have access to this Dragon's Horde right now, so I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what's in the patch notes itself. So let's move on. A login for a free legendary. Log in Hearthstone to receive the legendary Warmaster Blackthorn card ready to play with immediately. That means today, guys. Like as soon as this video is out, Hearthstone should be updating after that, and we should be able to log in and start blasting with Warmaster Blackthorn, a 7-mana 6/6 battlecry. Destroy all cards that cost 2 or less in both players' hands and decks. Like, damn. This should be pretty busted. Could be a nice little tech card you could be using to counter all sorts of different decks that rely on some cheap combo pieces like that. Definitely could see this getting played in things like Warrior, things like Death Knight, that kind of stuff. Try out the Dream City trial cards. Starting March 10th, Chromie will be using her Chronomancy to reach into the past and give you full access to every card from Into the Emerald Dream and the Lost City of Angoro, including golden versions. These Dream City trial cards are free to use for the entirety of Cataclysm. Use them to build your deck and jump right into the action. What? So basically Hearthstone is giving you guys all of the 2 previous Hearthstone expansions for free for you to use during the entire expansion. That is actually 4 whole months for everybody to be enjoying both of these expansions for free. Definitely a great way to bring out new or just returning players back into the game. Might actually feel a little bit bad for people that already bought this, but honestly I think sharing is caring, so I am all for this. Definitely should get more people in the game, which is a good thing. If you already own most of these cards, don't worry, we'll still got something cool for you. Earning the Only Missing a Few Emerald Dream achievement grants you a signature legendary Ysera. Emerald Aspect while completing Only Missing a Few Lost City awards a signature legendary Endbringer Umbra. These new achievements unlock starting March 10th at 10 AM PDT. Both of these look pretty insane, and I am happy because I'm gonna be having these. So yeah, if you actually bought the expansions, you are still gonna be pretty well rewarded with a couple of cosmetics. Let's not pretend it's anything more than that, but still pretty stuff. For even more free rewards, check out our Dragon's Horde guide to learn how to claim them. Log in between March 10th PDT and 36.0 expansion launch to gain temporary access to cards from the Emerald Dream and the Lost City of Angoro until the expansion in August, I think, launches. This is what 36.0 means. We also have online event, Rally the Dragonflights. From February 9th, March 17th, From February 9th to March 17th, visit our Cataclysm Rally Point page to take part in the Hearthstone community's effort to prepare for Deathwing's attack. Help rally the Dragonflights by signing up for our email list, claiming drops on Hearthstone streams, and interacting with Hearthstone content across our social media channels. Help the community unlock all the Dragonflights to earn a free legendary Abyssian and 2 signature copies of Envoy of the End. Pretty sick launch page. This is in Battle.net. Kinda sick. Honestly, Deathwing is one of my favorite characters, so I'm very happy about all of this. And we also have a new Hearthstone board inspired by Azeroth's Cataclysmic Destruction. We can see the whole board here, and I'm assuming this board is gonna start being active from today after the patch launches, so pretty excited about that. I can see some pretty iconic things in here, like this is from Ogrimmar, I think. This is from, what was the Tauren city called? Something Hoof, I don't know. This should be from, god damn it, I'm very sloppy on my WoW city naming, but yeah, this should be from the Undead City. This should be from the Night Elves. Kinda looks pretty nostalgic, not gonna lie, but it has been a little bit too long since I've been to these cities, so kinda rusty on the names and whatnot, but it looks pretty good. With the launch of the expansion, a new Cataclysm themed board is joining the Hearthstone game board pool with a higher appearance rate for the whole year. This board highlights how the original Cataclysm reshaped Azeroth, featuring iconic locations like the Cracked Barrens, the Flooded Thousand Needles, the Felscar Darkshore, and Nefarian's Secret Dragon Lab. Okay, I think I botched all of those then. Pre-order Cataclysm now. Prepare for the coming Cataclysm with one of our pre-purchase options. Choose the pre-purchase bundle, the pre-purchase mega bundle, or pick up both to receive 2 random Cataclysm legendary cards and unlock the chance to purchase the pre-purchase sequence bundle containing the Victor Nefarious Diamond legendary cards. Pre-purchase bundles are available until the expansion launches on March 17th, so if you guys are trying to buy these, make sure to do it before March 17th. Cataclysm pre-purchase mega bundle looks kinda sick. We have a rogue skin, Nefarious apparently. Wait, is this Nefarious? I'm not sure. Anyway, the most complete way to jump into Cataclysm, filled with card packs, cosmetics, and premium rewards. Includes 80 Cataclysm packs, 10 golden Cataclysm packs, 1 curated random signature Cataclysm legendary Colossal card, 1 random golden Cataclysm legendary card, 4 tavern tickets, and Sinestra hero skin and card back. Apparently this is Sinestra, not Nefarious. And we also have the regular pre-purchase bundle, which gives you 60 packs, 2 random Cataclysm legendary cards, and the Sinestra card back. The sequence bundle is something you're only going to be able to buy if you already got the other 2, so this is only for whales only. Purchasing both bundles above reward you with 2 random free Cataclysm legendary cards and unlocks the option to purchase the bundle. It offers top tier rewards and a diamond legendary. Includes Victor Nefarious Diamond legendary card, 20 golden Cataclysm packs, 1 random signature Cataclysm legendary card, and that's about it. Ready to make your Cataclysm pre-purchase? Hit the button below. No. So yeah guys, that was quite the mouthful, that's what she said, but damn son, we are definitely looking pretty excited about this one. So many cool things are coming to Hearthstone, not gonna pretend for a second they ain't, and I'm loving the direction in which the game is going. Pretty funny how they use that shatter keywords as a little Easter egg in the last expansion, and having an entire Deathwing expansion again. Really excited about this one. Should be a great move for the game, I think, with 2 entire expansions giving out for free for new and returning players and everybody else. Like, you could just use all those cards even if you've been playing all this time and not have all of them. Very nice. I think this is the way for Hearthstone to really keep the throne, give more, and people are gonna be coming back, that's for sure. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. That was quite the long one, not gonna lie. And if you guys want to check out all of the balance changes that Hearthstone is bringing, we have another huge video coming right after you're finished watching this one. You can check all of the huge buffs Hearthstone is gonna be doing to standard literally right now. It should be live. And yeah, check out everything about that in the next video, and I will see you guys live tomorrow on stream on Twitch, where I will be doing my best to find the new best Hearthstone decks after these huge changes to the game. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, a like and subscribe would be great, and thanks for watching. I'm Kris05, and I'll see you in my next video or stream.